Hi guys, welcome to another amazing episode on 20 Podcast. So we'll be doing things differently because Nepal has decided to show me shaggy. So right now we want to talk about Manchester City. So I think for Pep, there's fire on the mountain. I never thought the day I'll be saying Pep got outclassed by an Aston Villa side we ever come. But make no mistake, prior to this match, um I've been a big fan of Aston Villa and Bayer Leverkusen because of they look like underdogs, but they are making waves in their respective leagues, Girona included, because these three teams have decided to be a menace to the big boys in the leagues. So Aston Villa in particular today showed how far they can go in this their kind of like turnaround season. We could all remember what it looks like when Steven Gerrard was there. He had most of the players that was there, but he could not make the most out of their potential and their output. But here is Emery, who has had a bad stint in England prior to this managerial career. We could remember his Arsenal side where he got sacked at the end of the day because made he could not make a very reasonable impact. Right now, it's just brilliant the way they've been playing. Honestly, I must say. And guess what? The Manchester City first half performance was the worst Pep have had. Put in mind that Pep has coached three clubs. He has coached Barca, he has coached Bayern Munich, and he has been coaching Man City. And that first half performance was the worst he has had as a manager. The most shots they faced, how dominated they were. Like when we talk about domination, we think of Man City instantly. Like I've never seen Man City so powerless with the ball. Like they were going nowhere with that ball. They just had possession for possession's sake. Something we are used to saying about Chelsea. We are used to saying about Manchester United. But Manchester City performing like this is so unbelievable. This picture says a lot. Like the way Pep is just looking at the floor, holding his head because I think he played the part in his downfall. But put in mind that his defense have been horrendous these past few like weeks. We had the one against 4 goals against Chelsea, like 4 goals. They let in 4 goals against Chelsea. They were scored this. They got scored late against Liverpool. Like all these little mistakes here and there, but it was overlooked because their attack was always on point. And that's the problem when one side is bad and one side is good. When your attack is good, you can overlook your mistake, your defensive error, like, oh, okay, we are still performing well. But when it comes to a day will come where the attack will not perform, they are nowhere their best, and that's exactly what we got from Mary Haaland, Foden, Alvarez, Rico Lewis, and Bernardo Silva today. They were nowhere near Aston Villa class, and it was just bound to happen. Like I think it would be more surprising if Manchester City have won this game. To be one of those games where we say that Manchester City is not good, but they had the win at the end of the day, courtesy of Real. But it did not happen today. And Debo Martinez, what a world class keeper. At this point, I need to start respecting him because he won the World Cup, which was not a fluke. Actually, he played a major role in Argentina winning that World Cup and putting out this big performance against Manchester City. Personally, at this point, I think Pep is asking so much of his players like Akanji, Gravio. I'll not put the eyes in the equation. Kyle Walker and also John Snows. I know they've been perfect. John Snows have been perfect in that, that DM formation, that like extra midfielder, cover up defense. He has been perfect last season. We saw what he could do with the ball. Very marvelous to see. But Akanji, I've never felt comfortable in that position. He has made so bad decision prior to this match against Liverpool, against Chelsea. You could see that Akanji was making clear mistakes these days. Like that's something you don't say about him, but he has been making mistakes. He has not been solid. I don't think you've gone out of the way to go and sign the most expensive defender in the history of football right now, only for you to start using him as a left back in Gravio. Like, what on earth is Pep doing? I think he's asking so much of all these players in play. He plays in the wrong position. And Rico Lewis, you have a very informed Aston Villa side, but I'd rather put Bernardo or Foden there than to put Rico Lewis there. I know the guy is amazing, he's coming up, he's showing all these great signs, but you don't have to throw him in these big matches and ask so much of him because this match was going to be demanding. I don't think Pep, I think Pep kind of like underplay how much Unai Emery have been good with this side. I think Pep could have played things simple in the absence of Rodri. Like that would have helped a lot. Villa is going to be a team to watch. I'm not saying they are going to contest for the Premier League, but it's not out of their reach at the same time. But I'm not saying they are going to win the Premier League. But at the same time, it's not out of their reach. Doing it against one of the best team in the world, or arguably the best team in the world, in Manchester City, is something like they really deserve their flowers. They really need to put an eye on Aston Villa. They are no joke this season.
Thanks for watching 22 Podcasts. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.